Good evening and welcome to the March 2nd meeting of the Board of Selectmen. If everybody would rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Again, welcome for anyone that's tuning in or zooming in. We have no public hearing this evening. Any announcements from the board?
I have none, Mr. Chair.
I got none.
Gordon, anything?
I don't have anything, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
All right. Additions and deletions to the agenda. We do have one addition, which is to add executive session when we finish with our regular business today, and our legal counsel will join us on that. So if I could have a motion to add that to the agenda.
So moved.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Gordon, up or down?
Up.
Okay. All right. And we have no appointments this evening. Public comment. Phones aren't ringing, so correspondence. We do have the treasurer's reports, reports and staff initiatives, selectmen's reports. Gordon, have anything? Selectmen's report?
I just have heard a lot of good comments about having that vaccination here at the town hall. A lot of people that participated in that really like the idea of having it here, so they didn't have to travel across the state of Maine to, get the shot, and they thought it went, really well once they got here. So kudos to everybody that, had something to do with that.
Okay. Anything else, Gordon?
No, that's all I have.
Dwayne, anything?
Nothing.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Great to be out.
David?
I do not, sir.
Okay. And I don't have anything, so we will turn it over to Gary.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Echoing on what Gordon's comments were, the vaccination clinic was here in Town Hall last Thursday, the 25th. Southern Maine Area Agency on Aging did the reservations. There were about 130 shots administered by Northern Light Healthcare into arms that were at least 70 years old. And those people will return somewhere in Waterboro for their second shot, March 18 or 19. I would just as soon do that clinic here, even though it did present some difficulties. We could also do it at the fire station, I guess. We can have some more discussion on that. We also have a bigger site opening up in Sanford at the old Marshall's department store. I think they opened today. And the public and the selectmen should know that our firefighter and EMT staff, as well as other people in town hall, can go work at that site, even if it's overtime, and be paid by the town. And the county will reimburse the town 100% for that, no matter who it is. That's how this is working. That's how they hope to get a lot of people to go there and work. If you're a firefighter EMT, you would go in your regular Waterboro uniform and choose a shift voluntarily and go work there and then be paid by the town for that. Moving to the RSU board, we had some discussion before that Brenda Dyer was going to have to resign because she moved out of town. Well, she changed her residential situation, and she will not, I repeat, not be resigning from the RSU 57 school board, which I think is a good thing. Our audit presentation will be 2 weeks from tonight with Ron Smith, or perhaps other people here, either in this room or by Zoom, and that'll be a decision up to the board, I guess. In terms of the budget committee, their 5th meeting was last night. They finished their draft budget. And I reinforced that I would really strongly recommend that as many of them as possible would come and work with the selectmen on your budget workshops. That's helpful for both sides, for you to hear from them in terms of their discussions and vice versa. Another thing we spent a fair amount of time talking about last night was recreation. And Are we going to know by the time the selectmen are done with their budget whether or not the recreation budget, needs to be the size as it is right now for summer programs? And I don't know that we're going to know that answer, but it's a perfectly logical question that was discussed at fair length last night. The Foglio land swap, we're still looking for the adequate records to determine how and when the town apparently acquired one of these lots involved in this transaction. Jeff Herbert, the attorney working with Natalie, called me today, and he thinks he's crossed that bridge. I had Steve Ross also looking, surveyor, and if Foglio's attorney, Mike Hill, is satisfied with what was sent to him today, then maybe we can wrap up this whole transaction. Still just don't know yet. I have a question in here for selectmen in terms of whether or not to or how to block off Bennett Hill Road for mud season. It's been a little controversial with some. Signs obviously do not work, and staff understands we do not want a gate, that's dangerous. But either steel posts down the road, years down the road, or Jersey barriers just for this mud season are certainly an option for us. Lions Field light replacement. Just a reminder to the board, I put $25,000 in the next budget starting this coming July 1st for this project. Todd presented an idea to you at the last meeting or two that if we're not going to spend some of the salary monies, those monies could possibly be used to do this before July 1. I don't care either way. Obviously, if we did this project before then, it would be helping the kids this summer. In normal budget protocols, we would not do that. We would put it in the budget, and we would do it after July 1st. And these are not normal times, but I'm suggesting we have this as an agenda item 2 weeks from tonight and have some additional discussion on it. And then maybe then you could indicate to staff whether or not you want to entertain this year when we look at the numbers. If not, then we'll just leave it in the budget like it is. And, shoot, I didn't bring my election handout. Doggone it. I meant to read from that.
Want me to go get it?
Yeah, it's probably right on the bulletin board, or get one from Christine.
Okay.
What positions are up and what the deadlines are. The board has a memo from me on Ledgeview Lane. That's coming together. Just as a review, we do not have to do, if we don't want to, a formal homeowners association because of the declaration covenants that were done many years ago as part of this subdivision. So Natalie is fine with the Board of Selectmen accepting that road if you want to, saying yes or no to that question. The thing that you do have to determine, and we probably need some more Natalie help, is with the cisterns. Are we going to accept them and own them or not? One of them is outside of the right-of-way in its own easement. The other one is in the middle of the cul-de-sac, and we could exclude the responsibility for that, I guess, but we have to choose our words well and make it very clear that the homeowners would have to do that. I don't care either way, but the cisterns really are the thing that we need more discussion on, and I would suggest we have a full agenda item on this 2 weeks from tonight also.
Didn't we require them to put that in?
Oh, yes.
To build it to town standards? So if we're gonna accept the road, we're gonna have to accept the
Well,
drainage.
at least one of them is in the right of way.
Yeah.
So when you take ownership of the road, you take ownership of the
Right.
system, right? But the other one is outside of that.
But it's in the cul-de-sac, which, do we own the cul-de-sac?
We would if we took the road.
If we took the road, we would,
So
yeah.
we're gonna own both of them if we accept the road.
Well, one of them's not in the roadway, it's on an easement to the side, outside of the right-of-way. The first one on the right as you drive up.
Okay.
Now, Natalie said if
Turn that green paper over.
we want to, even though we accept the whole road, including the one in the cul-de-sac, if we want to exclude that, we can, by an agreement that excludes both of them, in terms of maintenance, repair, you name it. So, you've got full flexibility here in terms of whether or not you want to own them and maintain them, or have the homeowners own and maintain them. So, when you get a chance, take your red pen to this memo and funnel your questions to me, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Christine has created her usual election timeline. The nomination papers For Selectmen, RSU 57 Board of Directors, there's a 1-year term and a 3-year term. There's a 1 Selectman position and a Water District Trustee. The papers will be available to take out March 11th, and they must be returned in April 26th. And remember, Election Day will be June 8th. It will be here in this building. We're only going to M.R.S.A East on gubernatorial and presidential election.
When do they have to be back in? April?
April 26th. And the other thing I would suggest for the board to consider is a March 9th, 1 week from today, budget workshop. Since the budget committee essentially finished their work last night, if you want to meet next Tuesday, we can certainly do that. And that's it from me, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Any questions, comments? Take up the issue on the review of the budget workshop before we finalize next week's agenda.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
all right, under new business, discuss to approve quitclaim deed for map 42, lot 00A270. This clears up, looks like about 5 years of liens. So what's your pleasure?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, moved by Dwayne, seconded by Gordon, to approve a quitclaim deed.
These are all tax liens that have been paid, and that's why we're giving them a quitclaim deed.
Right.
Correct.
All the way down through.
Yes.
So releases or whatever interest the town has goes out in the quitclaim deed.
Yep.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Mr. 4-0. Let's go to the next one.
I'll make a motion to accept Article B, C, D, and E on quitclaim deeds on map 44, map 22, map 23, and map 13.
Okay, do I have a second for all of those?
Second that.
items? Okay, moved by Dwayne, seconded by Gordon. Any further discussion?
Let's do it.
All those in favor? Opposed? 4-0. All right?
Take care of a lot of that.
Yeah, yeah. All right, we have an application from Diane Gray, whom some of us certainly know. She's also on committees in town to fill the vacancy on the planning board. So what is your pleasure with her?
Make a motion to accept Diane as a planning board member.
Seconded.
Okay, so she's on the zoning board of appeals?
No.
No,
Oh,
she's on the assessment.
Okay, so
Doesn't
this, she
matter.
doesn't have to resign from anything, right?
Right.
Okay, been moved and seconded to appoint Diane Gray to the planning board, and that is for how long a term? Just so we identify that.
Oh,
This is to fill Kayla's.
yeah, I think it
believe.
was 2025, but I'd have to go look.
Okay,
You want me to do that?
yeah, just so we put it in the record.
Okay.
Fill Kayla Goddard's.
Right. And this is her first year on, I think, right? So,
And then maybe going into her second.
Yeah.
She's been there less than 2.
and just pause for a moment. Laura to come back.
Expired in 2024.
Okay, so through June 30th, 2024. So, any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? All right.
Thank you, Diane.
Okay.
How many more have we got vacant?
The planning board is full.
Full.
It is full at
Right.
this
Yeah.
point.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, I got a question on the planning board because I keep getting notices that they've canceled the meeting because they didn't have a quorum.
Yeah.
Somewhere in those somewhere in the bylaws of the planning board, which the planning board has got their own bylaws, it requires them to attend so many meetings a year, or so many meetings,
Right.
a percentage. And I don't know if it's 80% or 70%,
I think it's 60% in 6 months.
okay?
And
So if they're not able to attend, I would think only the ones that have called in and said that they're on their way, the rest of them, if they call in and say they can't make it, that's a percentage that they can't attend.
we looked at the attendance records. Angela keeps a running tally
Yeah.
of that. We looked at 6-month blocks, and I don't know that there was anybody that failed that test.
Okay,
Because they've also had meetings canceled because of lack of business.
yes,
So,
yeah, okay,
and if you got a 6-month window, that kind of messes that up.
yeah,
But we're looking at it.
yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean, if people aren't attending, then they don't need to belong on the planning board.
And I
And
believe
it's the same
that,
way it's the same way with this road review. In the last year and a half, we ain't had members enough to get a meeting started, and, because I'm the liaison, but, we need to look at that, because I think that board is an advisory board to a new public works director. And they've got quite a bunch of information in that office that he can use. Not that he can't get a hold of
right.
Robridge, Nancy Robridge, to get information, but this group ought to be meeting too.
Yep.
And
Right, and maybe-
there's money in a kitty here to pay
pay them.
these. Yeah,
Right.
so it's not like we're begging them to come down, we're paying them to come down.
Okay, duly noted. Let's go to new business, item G, discuss vote to approve the FY 14 to 20 abatements request. And this would appear to be a mobile home that was damaged and burnt and been removed.
It's long gone, and then neither Shirley nor I think we would ever get this money back, nor do I think we should pursue it.
So, what is your pleasure?
Move to abate.
Second.
And moved by Gordon, seconded by Dave to abate. Any further discussion? Sensing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Okay. Let me get back to my agenda here. Okay, pending decisions, I think we're all set on a week's action list. You guys are going to work with Mr. Poirier on the language and the potential plow contract extension. And we talk about a budget workshop for the selectmen. We can do that all on Zoom, or we can do that hybrid, or whatever the case may be, but if nobody has an objection, we probably should start as soon as next week.
I just soon come in here.
That's
We got
fine with me. I don't have
questions. No,
a
I don't.
budget. We'd invite the
Gets
budget.
me out of the house, but I feel, well, no, but I face to face and
Yeah,
can, we can look at these figures and,
yeah. So,
We have a limit of 10 in the room, physically distanced.
yeah, so
And,
we can
do
do a hybrid, we can do it Zoom in. So there would be at least 4 if, well, I'm gonna say 4 if Dana chooses to Gordon has been coming in on Zoom.
I can sit in my office and do it through Zoom.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's no,
I just got, you got 4 here, 5, 6, 7,
We can make it work.
yeah,
Yeah.
Hybrid.
8, 9, yeah.
Remember,
10.
there's only 4 active budget committee members, this other gentleman
and
is.
I
Yeah.
don't
so
think,
there's
I don't
only-
think they'll all,
There's
working
only
down
3 or
shit.
4 of us, so.
Right.
it,
I think we can work it.
Yep.
So.
Whether it's myself, Laura, or Julie, if we need to, we can all peel off and be in our offices.
So, does Tuesday work? Which would be the 9th, a week from tonight?
Yeah,
Works for me, let's get going on it.
let's
You
do it.
wanna do it,
I'm pretty booked up, but yeah, it will work.
you wanna start at 5:30? Does that work for everybody?
Works for me.
5:30.
Just for me.
Dave, you can get here for.
I'll be here, yep.
Okay. All right, so we'll schedule that for next week.
Great.
That'll start it.
Thank you.
Agenda items, I think, Gary, you mentioned we'd add 2 here. One is the Lions ball field lights,
Yep,
and the second one would be Ledgeview Lane,
yes.
okay?
I got a call from a resident, wowing for sound, and I told him I'd find out what was going on. I didn't, are we talking about taking all the turf out of Friendship Park?
And that was a
Make that
proposal.
a dirt field?
Just the infield.
That was a proposal that I don't believe has been funded by the
Well,
budget committee.
Yeah.
It's
So
being discussed, it's not a
Okay.
decision.
well,
we'll have that discussion.
as much work has been put into that field, and, I mean, that goes back into the, I don't know if that goes back into the 60s, but the full 70s, with the money that we put into that.
Yeah.
And we've got an artesian well anyway down there that's supposed to have water in it.
That's part of the problem. We know the Little League's not gonna play there this year, so we don't have to use water to grow grass, I guess, because nobody's gonna be playing there other than pickup games. But we can have a discussion
But
2
we
weeks
need-
from
yeah.
tonight with Todd.
And we need to have that discussion.
With the
I
budget.
mean, I think, they gotta, number one, they gotta go fix the well, and,
What else a well?
I don't know.
I mean, that don't even make sense. This well was only put in 5 or 6 years ago.
I don't know.
I don't know what it's got for yield, so I thought, call Steve
Well,
Foglio, he might know.
I can tell you right now, I can drive a point down there and get them water enough to water that field.
It used to run-
The water's only down there 4 feet, and I'm sure I can suck that water up.
It ran out, I mean, DeAngelis used to turn the sprinklers on and go home, and,
Well, you can't run it for a week at a time,
well,
but,
overnight he tried, and.
we can drive 2 points if that's the problem, but
Yeah, I think,
if we drive that down 12 to 15 feet, you've got all kinds of water. That's nothing but a body of water down there.
well, it might be that when they added the new field,
We missed it.
they might have started to try to water that as well as
Well, that
Friendship
could be,
Park,
but,
and so I think we need to sort
The-
that out, but we'll have that discussion.
these pumps can be on top of the ground and ain't gonna be in a very big box.
Right,
And we just pull them out, bring them up here and put them in the basement for the winter. Where they ain't gonna freeze. I mean, it's not,
Right now,
brain science.
quantity of water is the issue, for whatever reason, and I don't know the
and,
reason.
and at about July, you pull that cover off and take a pistol and shoot down that with a steel shank, and you're gonna have all the water you want. That water's got a lot of iron in it, but I've repaired a good many points down there in that whole development, and I don't believe any of them's had more than 2 or 3 points put in since those development was created back in
well, certainly
early 80s.
across the street,
Yeah.
there's plenty of water.
Well, there's plenty of water on that ball field. I mean, backhoe down there at 4 and 5 feet will hit all the water you want, so.
All right, we'll have that discussion when we talk about the rec budget, so. Anything else that we need to put on, we potentially could have not that we're gonna sign it, but at least we could endorse an extension to the snowplow contract, right, in 2 weeks?
Yeah, let's put that on there, yeah.
And
Snowplow
then-
contract update.
And we have Ron coming in, or is he going to zoom in?
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
Ron Snow.
We look at that snowplow contract, let's have the figures ready on what the addition's gonna be if we accept Ledgewood Drive.
He's going to do that.
Don't do
It's
it.
inclusive.
He would include that. So,
And the owner, you have to add the owner.
He's gonna take the other one too,
That's right.
Gordon.
That was inclusive
He's been
already.
plowing this year.
It wasn't added.
I guess the other thing, Mr. Chairman, is if we need an article of business, we could do it next Tuesday night too for a short meeting
right.
outside the workshop.
Okay.
Just an announcement that Betty Champion, I got a hold of Betty, and I think we've got this all pretty well worked out now. We just gotta get him a story on John Champion, but dedicating the book to John. We voted to do it, and I agreed to get a hold of Betty to make sure it was all right with her, and she was very, very happy.
Good.
Awesome.
They got a good photograph that we can use.
Yeah, we'll need a good
She
photo.
was gonna look up some stuff, and somebody's gotta get a hold of her garden, so, I'm sure she's got some, yes.
They might have
She
a good,
was working on it, said she'd work on it.
they might have a
between
good
now
picture
and-
of him at the Lions too.
Yeah. Yeah, if anything, we could put two pictures, one of her, John, and one of John and Betty in there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
I did have a phone call after the meeting the other night that we ought to dedicate it to both of them, but I think at this point, we're probably better off to, we can include Betty in the write-up, but, and if we got a picture of both of them, you know, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, we need items needing signature, the quitclaim deeds and the abatement. So those are in our little yellow handbook here. I'm sorry, I skipped over 11, discuss the vote to approve the minutes of the February 16th regular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Dwayne, seconded by Dave. All those in favor? Okay, I'm sorry, I just shot right over that thing, didn't I? All right, so a reminder on the things. We're now going to we'll pause for. We need to bring legal counsel into the Zoom picture here, or I don't know how we're going to do that, David, but
Just gonna have to call her and let her know you're ready, and she
Yeah.
can,
Yep.
and then Gordon, I'm assuming, is going to stay on.
Yeah, I'll
So-
stay right here.
We will.
ready to fill the broadcast.
Let's we kill the broadcast and